You are about to hear a story of weight loss in England. Meet Helen. She's 29, lives in Wythenshawe in the city of Manchester in England. It's that big sprawl of brick terraces, takeaway shops, and tired council estates that somehow still feel like home. Helen calls herself a bit tubby. She says it with a laugh, though it's not always funny inside. She's an internet gamer, spending hours online building dream cars, racing through fantasy cities, and living a digital life that feels just out of reach in the real one. Her real car? A 10-year-old Vauxhall Astra that rattles when she brakes and smells faintly of crisps. Helen's world has always been virtual, bright, fast, and limitless. When not at work, she plays for hours, sometimes all night, snacking on whatever's easy, crisp, fizzy drink or the odd takeaway if she's feeling fancy. She jokes she could run a race in Gran Turismo, but not down the street to catch the bus. Then, as always, she went to the car show. One Saturday, she decided to get out of the house. Her mate, Emma, dragged her to a car show in Manchester city centre. "It'll be fun, Helen," Emma says. "They've got all the posh motors there, maybe even an Aston Martin." Helen rolls her eyes but goes anyway, more for the food trucks than the cars. It's loud, flashy, and full of people who look like they've never eaten a kebab at midnight. Then Helen sees it, the Aston Martin DB12, deep green, shimmering under the lights like something out of her favorite game. She stops dead. It's the car of her dreams, the exact one she's raced online for years. She leans on the rope barrier, gawking at it, and that's when she hears them, two voices, chatting just a few feet away, a young bloke and one of the event models. Here's the conversation.
This one's the DB12. Hand-stitched leather, twin-turbo V8, an absolute beast, but it runs on premium fuel only.
Yeah, I'd never stick cheap petrol in it. Wouldn't make sense. You don't put corner shop cola in a bottle of Dom Perignon.
Exactly. The engine's too refined. Cheap fuel would just wreck it, clog it, slow it down, make it sputter. This thing's made for performance, not bargain petrol.
My dad still fills his old Vauxhall with the cheapest gas he can find. But this? Nah. If you're going to have a car like this, you feed it right.
Helen's realization. Helen freezes. Feed it right. Those 3 words hit her harder than any YouTube fitness video ever has, because suddenly, in her mind, the Aston Martin's engine becomes her body, and all the cheap fuel she's been putting in it, the crisps, the energy drinks, the drive-through dinners, that's what's been clogging her up. No wonder she's always tired. No wonder she can't lose weight, even when she tries. She's been running her body like an old car on budget petrol, expecting high performance from low-grade fuel. She looks at the DB12 again. Perfect paint, perfect shape. A machine built for excellence, if you give it the right stuff. And then she pictures her own body, not as something broken or ugly, but as a vehicle she's been neglecting. Her brain starts racing, gamer logic kicking in. If the Aston needs premium petrol to run at top speed, maybe I need premium food. She remembers the countless nights she's hit restart after losing a race in a game. Every time she tweaks her car's settings, better tyres, cleaner lines, smoother handling, until she wins. But she's never done that for herself. As the crowd moves on, Helen stays put. She catches one last bit of their conversation.
Chloe, fuel economy's not why people buy these, you know. It's about performance, experience, precision. Liam, yeah. It's about how it makes you feel when it's running right. That line stays with Helen. How it makes you feel when it's running right. For the first time, she realizes her body could feel right. It's not about starving or hating herself or chasing a number on a scale. It's about running right.
The next day, the crisps are still there on the counter. So is the takeaway menu. But something's shifted. She doesn't bin everything. She just thinks differently. She opens the fridge and actually looks at what's there. Half a bottle of Coke, a pizza box, butter, and a sad apple. She laughs. Yeah, no wonder I'm knackered. That week, she starts small, a few swaps. Instead of fizzy drinks, water. Instead of crisps, nuts, or yogurt. She adds real food, things that come from the ground, not a factory. She's not perfect, and she doesn't try to be. But each meal feels like putting premium fuel in her engine. Within 2 weeks, she notices something new: energy. Her mind's sharper, her skin's clearer, and her clothes feel just a bit looser. She hasn't joined a gym. She hasn't done a single sit-up, but she's made a connection she can't unsee. Helen's Aston Martin moment. When Helen talks about that day now, she laughs and calls it the Aston Martin moment. It wasn't a diet or a doctor or a lecture. It was just hearing two people talk about fuel. Because in that instant, she realized, food isn't just comfort or convenience or background noise. It's the fuel that decides how her engine runs. A year later, she's still in Wythenshawe, still in her flat, still gaming at night, but now she's the one designing the nutrition systems in a new virtual reality health game. She's lost 3 stone, yes, but that's not the story. The real change is how she feels. Alive, clear-headed, in control. When she thinks back to that shiny Aston Martin and that overheard chat, she remembers one last thought she had that day. If a car that beautiful deserves the best fuel, maybe I do too. And that's when everything changed. The takeaway for you. If you're sitting with a takeout on your lap or thinking, I'll start Monday, maybe this is your Aston Martin moment too. Your body isn't broken. It just needs better fuel. You don't have to starve, and you don't have to run marathons. You just have to give your body what it was built for: clean fuel, steady energy, and a bit of respect.
Because when you do, you'll start to feel what Helen did. Not lighter, but faster, smoother, stronger. Like an engine finally tuned to run right. The next time you're tempted by cheap petrol or cheap food, remember the Aston Martin. It doesn't run on rubbish, and neither should you. Helen called it the day I started feeling like I mattered. If you found this story inspiring, subscribe for more real stories about ordinary people making extraordinary changes. Please leave a comment below about your weight loss. And remember, you're not junk. Don't fuel like you are.